Hi there, it is me again. I've decided today to drag one, two, three, four, five decks out of the cupboard and do a quick review of them. Today we have Dum Dum Dum, Tarot of the Vampires. We have the Ruyo Dark Tarot, Alchemy 1977 England Tarot, Wizards Tarot, and Witches Tarot. So, let's start with the Tarot of the Vampires. Right, okay. Tarot of the Vampires is vampires. If you think it's anything else apart from vampires, it's not. It's completely vampires. Every single card is a vampire. And yeah. You'd love it if you love vampires. If you don't like vampires, no, it's probably not the right tarot deck for you. Because that's all it is, it's vampires. So, to give you an example, we have the Tower. No, actually, we don't have the Tower, it's not vampires. We have the Star. The Star, a vampire. The Sun, vampire making out with a devil. Four of Swords, aka Four of Knives. Guess what? A vampire and a fairy. There might be a statue actually. And the card that I always look at every single time I open a tarot deck, the Magician. And guess what it is? It's a vampire. Yeah, it's a good deck. Tarot of the Vampires if you like vampires. If you don't like vampires, stay away from it. I've never used it to read. I have far too many decks to read every single one of them. But it's cool if you like vampires. Tarot deck, the Vampires of Eternal Night tarot deck's probably better when it comes to actual reading. I have read using the tarot deck of Eternal Night, Vampires of Eternal Night, and it does read really well. Though it's very, very dark. So you don't tend to ask questions like, what's my kid's future? Unless you want them to turn into a vampire. Rightio. Next we have the Ruyo Dark Tarot. Now, this is a little bit like another deck called the German Rohrik deck, and there's lots of nudity. Also, if you like magazines like Heavy Metal, you'll absolutely love this, because it's all women with no clothes on. So we have one here. Check it out, woman with no clothes on. That is the Chariot. I've got no idea why that's the Chariot. It's a woman with no clothes on. Six of Pentacles. Woman with no clothes on making out with an angel. And the Lovers. Woman with very few clothes on being groped by a devil. Death. Usually a card of change. In the Ruyo Dark Tarot, we have a woman with no clothes on holding a big sword. So yeah. Okay, so again, I've never used it for reading. I might give it a go. I like Heavy Metal, it's a good magazine. It's a bit sexist sometimes, you know, but certain genre of art. It's a sort of art where you have sort of, I guess, I'd call it bogan art. I don't know what you guys overseas call bogans, Westies or whatever, rednecks maybe. I don't know. People drive around in old cars and drink a lot of alcohol, and the women tend to be called things like Sharon. Right, next we have the Alchemy 1977 England Tarot. This is another very old school sort of deck when it comes to art. It's not old school in that it's like the Rider-Waite or the Thoth deck. But yeah, still very heavy metal sort of imagery. Quite a few women with no clothes on again. But this isn't exclusively, this is kind of a combination of the various sort of images and stuff. One of the clever cards is Death. Or is that the World? No, it's the World. Yes, we have the World. It's Yin and Yang. So the balance, pretty much. I wouldn't say that's the World itself. I'd say it's probably more similar to the Wheel, but you get it. Got no idea what that card is. Oh, number one. Number 1 of Pentacles. Okay. Right, so the Alchemy 1977 English Tarot has taken Pentacles and turned into pentagrams. So the number 1 of Pentacles is the number 1 of pentagrams. And yeah, it's a bit satanic. This is one of those sort of decks which don't have illustrated pip cards. They have pip cards that are just pip cards. It's got a very evil sort of feel to it. It's pretty cool though. I quite like it. Don't usually like decks that just have non-illustrated pips, but in this case it's pretty cool. Queen of Chalices looks a bit like Lilith from the Sandman novels. Half alive, half dead. Yeah, it's quite funny because I mean, chalices are supposed, or cups are supposed to be quite nice, but to have them like that is a bit strange. So yeah, this is the sort of deck I guess you'd use if you wanted a sort of scary sort of image to you or your readings. I probably wouldn't take it to go to fairs or anything, unless you're going to a goth fair or a heavy metal fair or a biker fair. In that case, it would be fucking awesome because you probably get people wanting to tattoo the pictures all over themselves. Yeah, that one aside. So we've done those 2, those 3. Right, okay, we're on to decks which I don't even know if you've unpacked. Wizard's Tarot. Yep, so that's plastic wrapping. Rip, rip, rip. There we go. Okay. Wizard's Tarot. Take this out when plastic sticks to you. Go away, plastic. Wizard's Tarot is photorealistic, but not photos, and it's linking to very traditional sort of magic imagery basically. You've got the Initiate instead of the Fool. The Initiate. Now the Fool's the beginning and the end of the journey of the Major Arcana, so I guess the Initiate kind of works. There's someone starting off on the journey. I like the Fairy Ring, that's pretty cool. The Magician, very strong ties to Rider-Waite. See, very strong ties to Rider-Waite indeed. The Rider-Waite image is a magician sitting behind a bench with his hand in the air holding a wand and his finger facing down. It's solving coagula basically. With the infinity symbol over his head, so yeah, tie that in. This deck kind of reminds me of the Night Sun in a way. The Night Sun Tarot is very magical. Lots of very solid magical imagery. This one's similar, but kind of goes towards a less crazy magical thing, I guess. Transfiguration. I'm guessing that's probably Temperance. The Alchemist. Well, they've changed quite a lot of the symbols, really. They haven't got numbers on the cards either, so it makes it a bit more difficult. So we've got the Dark Lord. I'm guessing the Dark Lord is supposed to be the devil. The reverse pentagram on his head probably signifies that. Again, probably appeal to people like incredibly pretty decks, because it is an incredibly pretty deck. Wouldn't appeal to anybody that's particularly into very traditional decks, unless they're like traditional merged with pseudo spiritual imagery. A lot of it's very, very similar to the Rider-Waite actually. This is another card that's very, very similar to the Rider-Waite. This is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords in a lot of the traditional decks is very, very similar to that. It's a woman with 2 swords facing on this. So yeah, there you go. Got the Wizard's Tarot. Okay. Don't know if I've ever read with it. One of the beautiful things that comes with these really big boxes is really big books. None of these little white books. You know, you get a lot of tarot decks. They come in boxes like this. They have a tiny little book that will just tell you the basics, which is cool. I mean, I don't read the books anyway. I know what the cards mean. This one will give you detailed information, and it's pretty cool. This is the Wizard's Tarot. Wizard's Tarot talks about each card in terms of its magic power. For instance, Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia and happy memories, and a magic charm, so when you should focus on it. It focuses on the imagery in the cards, which is pretty cool. It's probably why it ties back to the Rider-Waite, because the Rider-Waite has a lot of imagery. Yeah, practical magic. It teaches you how to do astral projection. That's pretty cool. I don't know how astral projection ties into tarot, but you get it. No, okay, that's pretty cool. It has the Chariot. The Chariot teaches you how to do astral projection. And then it has the Chariot spread. Work it. I might give it a go. That's 369. That's a lot of cards, though. It's 9 positions of 3 cards each. What's 9 times 3? 9 and 27 cards. So 27 card spread. Probably 2 hours. Okay, so put that one aside. Last but not least in terms of weight, my god, this one's heavy. The Sea Witch's Tarot. Okay, I'm guessing this is probably going to be Wicker, but we live in hope it's trad. It's got the Wicker stuff on the back. That's cool. I don't know if you've got any other Wicker decks. Okay. Wow, this is cool, man. This is again a very Rider-Waite themed deck. You have the Magician, very similar to the Rider-Waite. Very pretty cards. Yeah. I get the feeling that the Witch's Tarot and the Wizard's Tarot, I think I bought them together. The Witch's Tarot and the Wizard's Tarot are very, very tied together in similarities. Again, this is very, very similar to the Rider-Waite and also the other deck as well, the Wizard's Tarot. 2 swords facing up. Basically, they've taken all the imagery from the original tarot decks and stuck them into more pretty, more attractive sort of decks. So yeah, good chat. Okay, guys, I'll be back.